According to media reports, the UK Ministry of Defence believes that in order to deal with the ongoing counterattacks by Ukraine, Russia is moving the stranded forces in the Far East to the Russian homeland. The 36th Army Group of the Russian Armed Forces, belonging to the 5th Army Group, is being transported by train from the Far East, crossing Siberia, to Europe, covering a distance of 7,000 kilometers. Hello everyone, welcome to this issue. Now, the Russian rear area is increasingly emptying its ground forces with war capabilities. They are being moved from one front to another, reaching the Russian homeland. In 1996, our country, Russia, and 5 Central Asian countries signed an agreement to enhance military cooperation in the border region, agreeing to trust-building measures. This agreement stipulates the deployment of military forces in the border area of all parties and mutual notifications within 100 kilometers from the border. Important military activities in the deep region include observing real military exercises, preventing dangerous military activities, and enhancing military forces in the border area for friendly exchanges with border defense forces, etc. It is precisely because of this agreement that only Russia dares to occupy the Far East and Siberia. Even the troops stationed in Central Asia are almost deployed to the Russian homeland, entering the Russian front. Instead of worrying about dangers in the rear area, this is also Russia's advantage as a land power. It can mobilize large-scale military forces internally to attack important cities in peripheral countries at any time. However, attacking Russia's important cities is impossible for Ukraine because Russia possesses nuclear weapons. As a great land empire spanning Asia and Europe, the region is too vast in the Russia-Ukraine war. The most important goal for Russia is that Ukraine remains a pro-Russian nation and never becomes a member of NATO. Once Ukraine joins the NATO bloc, Russia would almost be unable to return to the past. Therefore, Russia's glory is, at the very least, to secure the eastern region beyond the Dnieper River. In this way, in the long-standing confrontation against NATO, Russia can achieve a dominant position. On the other hand, Russia's GDP is similar to that of the Guangdong province. Solely relying on defense can often be suicidal in the imagination of many people. The Russian military has tens of thousands of tanks, millions of soldiers made of steel. Alongside them are a large number of combat aircraft and armed helicopters ready to take flight. But in reality, the Russian army has only 240,000 personnel, with less than 100,000 contracted soldiers capable of participating in combat. They can only fight in a short to medium-scale conflict. Therefore, after the outbreak of the Russia-Ukraine war, the Russian army had to recruit 300,000 conscripts and recruit at least 200,000 volunteers, including the Wagner Group, Cossack Wolves, Patriots, and others. Over 70 paramilitary organizations stabilize the battlefront. Admiral Derakin of the UK said that the Russian military has lost half of its combat effectiveness, with 2,500 tanks lost. Over 10 million rounds have been consumed. Russia can only produce 1 million bullets and 200 new tanks per year, as Aladdin has said. Russia's initial plan was to have a 30-day conflict and resolve the battle. But now the conflict has been going on for 500 days. Therefore, Russia is weakening in terms of strategic and material capabilities within its reserves. The Ukrainian army will be able to utilize multiple broad attack points, gradually dismantling Russia's defensive line on the battlefield. The Ukrainian military has discovered that the Russian army is becoming stronger and more aggressive on the front lines. If the Ukrainian army still cannot defeat Russia, by 2024 Ukraine will have no choice but to accept Russia's terms for a ceasefire. This includes recognizing Crimea and the surrounding areas controlled by Russia as Russian territories. Thank you for watching this video. See you next time.